Okay everybody, today I want to do a little video on a really good knife that you can buy at Walmart. This is called the Gerber Prodigy. Now this thing can lend itself to a lot of different applications. By looking at it, you would assume that they basically lean more towards the fighting aspect. But the sheath, I got it strapped onto this pack right now, so I can't really get it off for you. But it's real heavy duty nylon, real heavy duty webbing, and I mean, it's built super rugged. The only thing I can say that I don't like about the sheath is that single stitch. Let me get the knife out and I can possibly show you. I don't know if you can see right through there. Each one of the loops, one row of stitching. If you can't see that, I'm sorry. But and also where the belt loop actually is sewn back in to form the loop, also single row of stitching. I would like to have seen that been double row, but I mean, you know, it is what it is. Still pretty well built. Of course, I'd like to see a ferrocerium rod down one side and a sharpening rod down the other, but like I said, they lended this more towards a fighting knife, so the sheath is what it is. It does have a lot of different little tie-out points, so that's a good thing. And that's not really what you worry about anyways when you're getting a knife. You're more worrying about the blade itself. Now, I would say as far as for fighting knife, this is a darn good example because you can see what the balance point is right there. Very nimble. It's very, like I said, very agile in your hand. You have the thrusting guards for if you're having to stab somebody, like I said, fighting application. Okay, I mean, I'm not suggesting going around sticking people with this thing. But the tip is really strong, so like I said, for thrusting, it would hold up good. And you got this little skull cracker on the back. Make a nice little dent. That would mess somebody's day up right there. So as a fighting knife, like I said, this would be really good. And as far as like search and rescue, if you're cutting straps, you keep a good sharp razor edge on this thing. A little tension, you're going to slice through a strap. I mean, I know a lot of people like the serrated edges for sawing through stuff, but I don't like serrated edges. I like to cut clean one time. And then what was a skull cracker, now it becomes a glass breaker. So, you know, break the glass out of a car. It might even be your own car. You might be trapped in there. But my favorite application would be more towards the bushcraft and survival type stuff, which all the other aspects for, like I said, the good strong blade with the strong tip, beefy spine, which this spine is actually a 90 degree. That's perfect, you know, for striking ferrocerium rod, scraping wood. And your skull cracker slash window breaker is now a hickory nut cracker. So if I had one, say a little piece of wood with a hickory nut, bam, cracker open. And now I'm not saying that this tip is super strong where you could just jab it into wood and just try to use it like a pry bar, but as far as, like I said, for thrusting or for general use, not crazy use, this is a very robust knife. And speaking of robust, one of the things we usually try to test on I forgot, this stump has a built-in beating stick. So one of the ways we always usually try to test for how strong a knife is by batoning. As you can see, it has no problem making its way down through wood. Get down real small. Some real small stuff here. Very nice. Like I said, put the built-in funkin' stick back in the stump. You don't find stumps like that every day. Alright, as far as carving, shaving, as you can see, there's a little bit of a knot there. It's not a good spot. So you can get some nice little curls right there. Not really trying to go for a full feather stick, just like I said, just some shavings there. That 90-degree spine. As you can see, you can scrape it real good like that. I happen to have a little bit of fat wood in my bag. It's going to take a second to get this dude out. Fire is important to me. I always keep a bag handy to make it. Little cheater stuff like jute twine and cotton balls, also available at Walmart. Heck, you can actually even buy fat wood at Walmart too. Get sticky stuff. Because if you're in places like where I live at, where pine isn't exactly all that common, sometimes you are kind of having to go and buy your fat wood. If possible, I always try to find one that looks kind of like hard rock candy. That's usually the one that's got the most resin. Yeah, the wind would start to pick up right now. Let's see here. Alright, a little bit of fat wood there. Let's see. Take a King Kong size ferro rod here. Bada bing, bada boom. I usually don't like riding the ferrocerium rod like that. I don't know if you can see it. There's ridges on there, and that's from riding the ferro rod. But just that easy. You got yourself, like I said, a bushcraft knife, and a big old ring of Squatch size 13 on there. But like I said, you got a multi-application knife. I mean, if you bought this to be a fighting knife but wanted it to be kind of like a backup survival knife, it's a great winner. Just like I said, just have a ferrocerium rod separate, and you're good to go. These things are running for right about somewhere between 45, 50 bucks at Walmart. They're in stores, and they're worth every penny. So if you're looking for a knife, you don't have one right now, and you're looking for a mid-size, about a 5-inch blade, stainless steel, head on down to your local store and pick up a Gerber Prodigy. I'll catch you later.